Hey, attention crypto gossipators, things are about to get interesting. Remember, not financial advice.
Hey guys, what is up? Hope everyone is doing well. Hope everyone's having an amazing day because I am as usual. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. So, I've got a very important point that needs to be put out as usual, guys, and this is one regarding Bone's future, okay? And this is post Shibarium, important stuff, psychological, emotional, something you as an investor need to take into account. So as you know, once Shibarium comes out, transaction fees are going to be very little, and we'll be able to purchase everything within the Shiba ecosystem for pennies, for nothing, without having to pay these crazy, I don't know, $50 transaction fees. I mean, that's insane. It really does eat up your whole investment. But there will be something that you are going to fall for. So this is why I'm making this video, and I actually just thought of this. So the moment that Bone comes out, we are going to see it skyrocket in price, okay? We're going to see it going, for dollars and dollars, tens of dollars, and a lot of money, pretty much. Because right now we are in bargain prices. I've been screaming, shouting this, telling you that this is cheaper than you will ever see it, and this is so true. And everyone agrees with me. But many of you are probably sitting here and thinking, well, you know what? I have this bag, and this bag is going to make me a lot of money. Okay, and that is true. I agree with you. Whatever you're holding with Bone, guys, you could be timesing it easily by 10. That's the minimum, and then you could times it by 100 and 200. So you could already, more or less start preparing your big purchasing plans or retirement plans, whatever it is. But there is going to be another aspect that's going to hit your psychology. Because you're going to make so much money from Bone and from this investment, you are going to have a very strong tie with it. This type of loyalty, respect, and you are going to believe that this is going to be making you even more money in the future. So many of you, okay, sitting on these crazy investments, will be able to, for example, cash out, make a lot of money, and in the future, you're probably going to go back into Bone. Some of you. Because you're going to be like, wow, this thing is going to carry on growing. So, and it doesn't matter what type of return on investment, as long as it produces your return on investment. Because imagine, it reaches at some point $50, right? You've made, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and you're thinking, wow, so it's predicted to go to $100. Let me buy Bone. Okay, so you're going to end up buying and loading up on Bone because you will have so much faith. And you could end up spending all your money because you will believe that this is going to make you, as much money as possible. It's going to create you even a higher return investment. But you will be risking as well. Guys, you might be risking because no one gives you any 100% guarantee that it's going to be reaching certain numbers. It is going to be going up. But the question is, how far up? Okay? And this is something that I'm a little bit worried that some of you are going to be so obsessed with the fact that you already made money, and you're going to be recommending people realizing that the return on investment is not going to be that high, and potentially maybe there won't even be a return on investment at some point. If it reaches, say for example, it reaches $1,000. I mean, are you going to 10x your investment and wait for it to go to $10,000? You're going to load up on $1,000 per Bone and wait for it to go to $10,000? That would be, in my opinion, already risky, okay? As glorious, as amazing as it looks, also there has to be limits, and you have to be realistic about certain things. Buying it right now below $1 is very, very realistic. But then in the future, just because you already made money, it's going to be very, very tough. And I have read about Bitcoin investors that invested when it was, at a few $100s, okay? And then they were ready to invest into Bone when it went to, $50,000. Why did they invest? Because they thought, well, Bone has to go up. It already made me money. And then it went down. And that's the thing with Bone. It could potentially, go to, say, for example, $100, right? And you're going to start loading up on $100 for it to reach $1,000. But maybe it then goes down to $70, $80. That's the thing. We don't know exactly. Just because we're saying that it's going to reach a certain point, maybe it might go down lower later. Okay, just because it's going to reach $100 doesn't mean it's going to stay at $100. It could go down. So anything and everything is possible, and I don't want you to also, you know, feel like just because you made money at some point, because, you know, you waited, you watched all these videos, you read, you kept yourself informed, you did exactly what an investor is supposed to do, and you're going to be rewarded again because you loaded up with some crazy price and you believe that it could go higher than that. You got to be careful. You got to be very careful. Imagine how crazy it is if, say for example, you invested a certain amount of money, right? 10,000. Well, you bought 10,000 bone. It goes to $100. You're making $1 million, right? And then at some point, you know, you're thinking, well, it's at $100. You know, I've cashed out. Let me load up more on bone, because if it went up to $100 from, say for example, 0.8, why wouldn't it go to from 100 to 1,000? But that's already going to be a completely different story, a different scenario. So, you know, keep your psychology, emotions, you know, stable. Okay, stick to your game plans. Do understand, you know, if you're doing this, that in a certain way, it should be that way. Okay, so all these factors need to be taken into account. Don't let yourself be discouraged in any way, because you know, greatness is going to come. It is going to come. But it's going to come at a cost of being patient and not being too naive, very, very naive. So as of now, we're all looking very good. Remember, bone is the gas fee for Shibarium. Shibarium is the layer 2 solution that's going to revolutionize everything, cheaper, quicker, more transparent. Revolutionary blockchain. Probably we're going to get a lot of copycats, but it's going to be the leader. Okay, very, very strong. And right now it is expected to go very high up, but once it goes high up, maybe you should also think about, you know, at what point do you want to stop? At what point do you want to, you know, completely cash out? Or are you just leaving some bone in there just to see how far it goes? Because also a lot of people, you know, will be leaving some bone, which is okay. You know, that's not a problem. You've got, for example, at some point you want to cash out, so you know you've covered your investment, and then you want to cash out, so you know you've already made, I don't know, 10x, then 100x, maybe leave it there to see if it can go to 1000x, which is not a bad game plan. But if you were, for example, you know, to reinvest every single thing you have, to hope for it to, you know, carry on growing to astronomical numbers, you are going to have to be logical and realistic. Okay, so bear that in mind. And here on this channel, we're diving deep into things. Okay, I'm really talking about different thoughts and ideas. I know a lot of you probably will jump in and have some bad things to say, or, well, good things are good for me. Obviously, it's nice, but think about, okay, think about the future of how you are going to behave once bone reaches a very high number. Do you believe it could go even higher? So you would invest that bone at $100 per bone? Would you do it? Would it be worth it? Or would you just say, you know, no, I have made my money, I should be respectful, happy with what I have, and I can just carry on with my life? So let us know down below your actions, your thoughts, your vision for the future. We're so close, guys. You know, I've made so many videos about this, and I'm loving the fact that Shibarium is already being talked about from the top. You know, we're getting signals, so we're close. Okay, we're very, very close. All the other updates are coming in the next video, so make sure you turn your notifications bell on, subscribe, and engage, talk. Guys, spread the word. Let's really discuss. This is what it's all about, okay? You know, sometimes, you know, I can read out an article and discuss it. Sometimes I just have my own thoughts and I just make a video. So I would love you to engage as much as possible. So as usual, guys, a big thank you to everyone. You know, I appreciate all the support, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace out.